1200. Contact tower 18.3. Oops, 2, 0.
Get that on the 2. And actually the first one, there you go, center them up. The 2 is not centered. There you go. Okay. Now we go down to, so we can flip this back. If you want to switch the frequency here on this radio to 123.05, that's our Unicom frequency. Okay, and then flip it to active frequency. Now we're kind of listening to them. I don't know what runway they're using, but we could use 11 since we're coming in this direction.
Right.
The airport's a little bit to our right over here, so if you keep heading straight, eventually when we get down to 1500, we'll get in here and do a 45-degree entry on the downwind leg. Now a lot of times on my cross countries, I'll leave it up at power and just trim it down. That way you pick up a little speed coming in. It just depends on how close you are to the airport. And we're still a few miles out, so I'd leave the power up, keep your speed up. That way when you get down to the altitude you want, you don't have to make a power adjustment to go back to cruise flight.
Okay.
Unless the RPM picked up because you're picking up so much speed. So again, that depends on how fast you're coming down. So you see this intersection down here with the highways?
Yes.
So once you pass that intersection, turn towards the hangars there. That'll be about a 40, turn towards the stacks down here on the horizon. That'll be about a 45-degree entry in the downwind leg.
Okay.
And then let's make an announcement. We're about 2 miles north, inbound for landing, setting up for downwind on runway 11.
Butler County, Cessna 652 Delta, about 2 miles to the north, setting up for runway. We're setting up for landing on runway 11, Butler County.
Seeing any traffic?
No, I don't hear anything.
A nice day.
Okay, so now we're getting in close enough. Now start prepping for the landing. So carb heat, power back to about 18 or 19 to 2000. And then fly at level, so it starts slowing down. Just hold that altitude right there. Slow fly, this is your slow fly in the airplane. It's basically what you're setting up to do. Okay, and I usually use this Mason Road down here as my downwind, so just turn right in, just turn west on the highway here. Don't lose any more altitude here, Rob. Keep it up. And you're almost down to flap range, so you can bring your power back up just a little bit till we get to the end of the runway. Now what I normally do is I usually put 10 degrees of flaps on when you hit the end of the runway. So you're prepping to slow the airplane down.
Right.
So you got it close to the white arc here. Hit the end of the runway, 10 degrees of flaps. When you turn base, another 10 degrees, and power reduction to start on your way down.
Okay, we're almost to the end of the runway.
Yep.
And flap.
Yep.
Target is 80, so we're right about 80. All right.
So again, once you hit this point, we're at traffic pattern altitude. You can start coming down, but not very fast. Just
right.
Drop the nose just a little, so you're sort of on your way down. And I normally use the shopping center down here for base.
Oh, okay.
On the other side of the hill here, so just you just want to turn 90 degrees and go over the shopping center.
And more flap.
Yep, there you go. Now again, start pulling your power back so you start slowing it down even more. You want to eventually get that with 20 degrees of flaps, you should be about 70 knots.
70, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
So pull your power back a little bit. And if you have to, trim the nose up a little bit to just hold that pitch attitude, and it'll slow down for you while you're starting to settle in.
70.
There you go. Start your turn right about now.
Butler County, Cessna 6252 Delta, turning final for 11, Butler County.
Power back now. See, now you're getting in close here, and you're still a little bit high. So again, right now I'd say you got the airport made, so now you can go full flaps or as much as you want. Yeah, that's okay. The wind's not blowing that hard, even though it's a direct crosswind. You can see how much crab angle you got. You got to get over to the right some more. So a little bit of right rudder. Let it slide over there. Get all your power off. When you want to try to hit the numbers, you got to be shooting for a point shy of the threshold down there, because by the time you flare, you're gonna go across and go down a couple 100 feet anyway. You're a little bit slow here, so just a little bit of power. See how you're dropping and your stall warning's going off? You shouldn't have that. Now, east, you're still flaring way too high.
Too high.
A little bit too high, yeah.
I should have let it drop down and then turn in.
Yeah.
Am I seeing guys out there in the field?
Looks like it. Yeah, they got their truck out there. It looks like they're surveying the, maybe they're trying to chase the geese off the runway.
Butler County, Cessna 6252 Delta, clearly active, Butler County.
Again, at a control tower airport, once you cross this line, you would be tuning to the ground frequency. As long as you're on that side of it, you're on the active runway.
After we cross this line?
After you cross the line is when you contact ground control. Okay. And again, at this point in time on the checklist, you stop here, you go through the post-flight checklist.
Okay. Flaps up. Repeat in. Transponder to standby.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, strobes. Oh, I didn't turn my landing light on.
That's all right.
Because I didn't go through my check.
I don't worry about it in the daylight, but that's okay.
Okay. Well, I like to have it on. I don't know why I didn't. All right. Transponder, strobes, clearance, we're good to go.
All right, let's go.
I hope I didn't make you late.
Well, I haven't gotten a phone call yet for the trucking guys yet, so I'm not too worried about it yet.
Are you usually able to get phone calls all the way from here to there?
I have. I got a text message halfway back, so.
Okay.
From another guy.
Must be too cold. There's not any birds on the plane.
Yeah.
Every time I come out, there's a gazillion birds on that plane. Tires are flat. Plane obviously gets no use.
Oh, been sitting there for a while.
Is it even worth anything now?
Not much. There's a few parts you can probably strip off of it and still use them, but overall, that would take a lot of money to put that airplane back in the air.
Helicopter's still gone. Or is it inside?
I don't know.
Nobody else flying today?
No, not until later. That's good. I usually just shut it. I don't aim it back. It's going to blow stuff, dirt and stuff back in the hangar.
Oh, okay.
So don't run it up.
Yeah. Avionics off.